Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Bar Talk, or you could say Bar Walk today. Me and Carl, we've just gone on a nice walk to the beautiful Welsh countryside. Carl is an ultra marathon runner, does crazy shit like 130-mile races. Today we're just going to find out a little bit about himself, what he does, the charities that he's racing for, and just everything that we can talk about today on a nice little walk. We picked a beautiful day for it, so there you went. So yeah, Carl, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, thanks, John.
So would you want to start? Do you want to start off where you grew up, what kind of your childhood is like? And
Yeah, so I grew up in Penwine, so over in Aberdeen. I was always the sort of the bigger boy of the group and stuff. I think I sort of not bullied as such, but I was always the bigger one, so I always got name called and stuff. I wasn't athletic in any way at all. Yeah, just had bad genetics, to be fair. But yeah, so it's just just typical council estate upbringing. I started smoking like 11, started smoking cannabis at like 11. So yeah, and so that's where we was at around that age up until around about 20 years of age.
that's just sort of a general Welsh Valley childhood, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
so.
Some people may think, oh, you know, smoking at such a young age or smoking weed and stuff, but it's kind of normalised now around these areas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when you got to 20, what kind of change?
So yeah, I met my kid's mum, and we bought a house together, and yeah, we had our first child, and yeah, it was just like, so she was like completely different to me, and I just pretty much give the smoking up, give smoking weed up, and yeah, just sort of went on a different path, really. Like, obviously tried growing up a bit.
Yeah. Where did you meet? Was you?
So yeah, I was never a drinker, so I was never going out and stuff. But yeah, we met at I think it was like house party or something like that. So I just went along because my brother was there and stuff, and yeah, we just met there.
And just hit it off straight away, like?
Yeah, pretty much.
So obviously, one part I didn't get into at the start was the reason why you started all the ultramarathon running and stuff like that, and you had a stroke.
Yeah, so back in 2018, so I done a bit of boxing for about 3 or 4 years, so 2014, 2015, because I was always like an anxious person and stuff. I was always like quite nervous in crowds. So I wanted to try and sort of overcome that, so I started going to the boxing gym and started sparring and stuff, and then yeah, I had a bad concussion, ended up with a post-concussion syndrome, lost my memory, lost my ability to walk. I was like vomiting for like probably like a year after it. It was just like, so yeah, so it was a bit of a bad place. I took an overdose and suffered really bad my mental health from then onwards, really. So
do you think it kind of damaged the brain to bring on the mental health, or was it, you know, just
yeah, when you look into it, like I think it was like certain neurons sort of and bits and pieces sort of damaged, which can affect sort of certain pathways of the brain and stuff, which obviously rugby players, boxers, and yeah, American football players go through as well, which is why I think there was so many suicides in the NFL sort of years ago. Until they started picking up on it. So yeah, I think it had a lot to do with it, because I was just in such a bad place. I just didn't want to be here. So yeah, and then because I couldn't go back boxing, I wanted to. I started running, and yeah, I did my first Cardiff half marathon with a week's notice, and then yeah, that sucked. Yeah, and I just thought I wanted to master. Yeah, I just wanted to try and master running and get better at it, and so we started training for ultra marathons then.
So obviously, like you said, you lost use your legs and stuff. What was kind of the time period where you was gaining everything back? How long did it actually
from what I
take
can
you?
remember, like when I was going back and forth hospitals and stuff, like my brother was taking me to a lot of my appointments, and yeah, he had to like walk me down the garden path to the van. He had to put me in the van, and then I remember like vomiting a lot, and yeah, it was just like I don't even know how long it lasted, John. To be honest, it was just felt like forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was probably a bad old place, and yeah, a bad old time in my life, that.
So, did they kind of explain to you everything of what's happened and
No,
the
not
reasoning
really,
and everything? You know, the scientific reasonings of everything.
No, because concussions in the UK, yeah, and again, you look at this, the rugby and all stuff like that. I mean, the concussions in the UK is probably not really as important as what the Americans, obviously. Yeah. The Americans are so clued up on concussions compared to the UK, and I think so a lot of my sort of information I had from America.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you like a doctor doesn't really know much about post-concussion syndromes, whereas like it's different to a concussion. Like post-concussion syndrome can obviously last like years after a concussion and stuff, which again is people are not educated on it enough, and so yeah, so I've tried talking about it, but again, it's like, yeah, it's just hard to come across sometimes because people don't really understand.
Yeah, of course. Like especially when you was, you know, it brought on the mental health issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that something you was understanding of before it happened, or
because you just feel, yeah, you're going through so much pain. Like my brain used to feel like it was trying to escape through my eyes all the time, so I had really bad eye pressure. It was just like my brain just felt too big for my skull. I just didn't want to be here, but it was like, because it was so difficult, the pain was just unbearable. Like, do you know what I mean? I couldn't like look at TV screens, I couldn't look at screens, I couldn't look at lights or nothing. It was awful. Like, so yeah, we tried tapping out then. So
tell us about, do you remember much about actually having the stroke? Where was you? And
yeah, so I done my first ultramarathon in February 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 43 miles, Brecon to Cardiff. Yeah, I turned up. Obviously, it was my first ultra, so I was absolutely bricking it. But yeah, we got through it, we got it done. And then 2 days later, then I went to pick my van up from my mate's garage. And I ran up to his garage. I think I'd done like a 4 mile run. And yeah, I just remember like trying to stand up, and my leg kept sort of going from underneath me. So I sort of tried pulling myself into the van to sit down, and then I tried picking my phone out of my pocket, and literally I just like I couldn't move my arm, and my mate started talking to me, and I couldn't talk to him, and then he came and looked at me, and he seen I was well, he basically said, you're having a stroke, and he took my phone off me, and yeah, just rang the ambulance. So
yeah, I can't even imagine how scary an experience that must be. And to be fair, like it's good that he clicked on straight away.
Yeah, to be fair, he was an absolute blessing. He was there, to be honest, and yeah, we always talk about it. He always takes a mick out of me because he says I was dribbling and stuff. So yeah.
Well, that's true friends.
Oh yeah, he's awesome, but he's awesome, to be fair. Like he is my best mate, so it's yeah, it's good.
But like you said just now, you wanted a time out. So obviously you had the recovery stages and stuff like that, and then obviously you was dealing with the pain and stuff. Talk us about kind of the mental state you was in, you know, to want to end it all.
Yeah, it was just like, so I remember, I think it was the 23rd of December, I drove to, yeah, I just a bit of a coffee addict, John, I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love my coffee.
Good coffee, you like the good stuff, like.
So I remember driving to Starbucks down in Swansea, and it was on the 23rd of December, obviously Christmas was coming. I just felt worthless, I felt crap. Everybody was having all family time and stuff, and I just couldn't deal with noise and people and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just drove down there out of the way, and I just remember sitting there thinking, do you know what, I can't do this no more. So I just went in the pocket of my van or car, whatever I was in, and yeah, I just grabbed out as many packets of tablets because I had like prescription tablets, ibuprofens and all bits. I think I counted out like it was 17 tablets. I thought, let's just take them all and just hopefully I pass out on the way home. But yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, I got back to my mum's because that's where I stayed at the time, because like I said, I was in such a mess from the concussion and stuff. I was I was just like an angry mess. I like sort of broke doors in my house and yeah, just like really having violent outbreaks, and it was just,
which is part of like CTE.
Yeah. So
I only found that out the other day, funny enough.
Yeah, so when you look into it, it's yeah, I had all the traits for it, you know, and but yeah, it doesn't justify anything, because I was a bad person, but I wasn't a bad place as well.
Yeah. So what was that? Just the first time that you'd ever thought about it and then done it, or had it been playing on your mind for a while?
So that was the first time I'd ever had sort of
the thoughts.
Yes, suicidal thoughts, and yeah, it just felt worthless, to be fair. Like I'd had like anxiety and sort of certain stuff before, like proper panicked when I was out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing to that extent. Like, but and yeah, and obviously when I had my stroke then, and so pretty much when I had my stroke, it was COVID had started, and I pretty much got discharged from hospital like 4 hours after, so my stroke subsided within 4 hours, and because COVID had just kicked off, I basically just got chucked out of hospital. So I just I ended up googling what happens after a stroke, and then you start reading, and it says like usually after your first stroke it's usually a warning sign for a second stroke. The second stroke is usually the worst. So yeah, I started like getting a bit of a panic on, and yeah, I started like self-harming for a long time then, and I was cutting myself and stuff, and still I went back running and stuff because I booked like a 50-mile ultra marathon for the July. But yeah, I was just like, I was in a bad place. Every time I was going out running, I'd have my mum and my brother tracking me and stuff, and but yeah, it was just
So what was your kind of, was you getting a sort of relief from self-harming, or?
Yes.
Or was it like you kind of felt worthless, or?
Yeah, it's mad, John, because like you just, yeah, as mad as it is, it's just like you're sitting here with, it's as if you're distracting your thoughts type of thing. So you're taking the pain of what you've been through, so you're taking sort of emotional pain, and then the physical pain is like, yeah, is outdoing the emotional pain, and it's just like, so yeah, it was just using that as yeah, it's just a coping mechanism really.
So yeah, and obviously, how do you feel now? Do you still get these thoughts?
Yes, so I suffer with, I still struggle with suicidal thoughts. I get them quite bad, and like I'm like really open about mental health. I always talk about mental health. I raise awareness and money for mental health. I've gone to therapies. I've been to counselling, and yeah, it's just these suicidal thoughts. I usually get them first thing in the morning, which is why like I do cold water therapy. I have cold showers. I go running first thing in the morning. It's just like, so I just use all these things as distractions to try and take away those thoughts, which usually works, to be fair. And the days that I don't do it is when I usually have my bad days then. So
why do you kind of so you know the pain, and you said that you feel like your brain's coming through your skull and stuff, do you still have that? Is that the reason why you
no, I still suffer a lot with headaches and stuff like that, but yeah, in 2021 I had another concussion I was in a car crash, so I got hit 60 mile an hour. I was stationary in my van, and I got hit 60 mile an hour in the rear, and it jolted my head forward and tore my carotid artery in my neck. And I've got an aneurysm in my carotid artery and a tear on the inside of it. Yeah, and I had another concussion from that as well, which made me start vomiting and stuff again, and it's created an issue in my left eye called Horner syndrome. So my optic nerve is dying in my left eye due from restriction of blood flow and stuff. So yeah, and obviously it's restricting blood flow to my brain as well, which could be the possible cause for the diagnosis of ADHD that I've had recently as well. So
you don't have much that, Carl, I'll be honest.
So yeah. So should I really be walking without you?
Yeah, I know, especially when there's water and stuff around. Never know what's going to happen now. No, but like, so do you think it's them sort of things that's still bringing on the mental health issues, or do you think kind of your brain has been kind of programmed now during that time to always sort of think it, do you know what I mean? Or?
Yeah, well, every time I obviously go back and for a doctor is quite regular because these thoughts I'd have, and like I don't take medication for it because like I'm like really sort of against medication and stuff. So yeah, I literally, and again because I refuse to take medication, they don't really want to help because they think you're not helping yourself.
Yeah.
But
well, you're not feeding into the old pharmaceutical.
No, I try not to go down that road, to be honest. I'm a bit of a natural sort of remedy person, really. So
you can't. Well, that's how it's always been done for thousands and thousands of years. And pharmaceutical companies have started, you know, all the medicines have started off all from natural remedies.
Yeah, 100%.
And now they just kind of. Well, yeah, I know. I'm just not going to go in too much into conspiracy theories, but it's like as if they want to keep you ill because that's where all the money's coming in.
Of course, 100%. Sicker we are, the more money they make.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I try and sort of use like lion's mane and stuff, and yeah, like I eat stinging nettles and yeah, just do all.
Do you eat stinging nettles?
Yeah, we'll have one in a bit now.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, I have. And dandelions is really good as well.
Yeah, for cancer and stuff. Yeah. But so I try and just stick to sort of natural stuff. Like I say, my running is probably the best form of medicine that I give myself. You know, like I say, not every run is nice. I mean, they always like, they're not very pleasant, but when you're releasing those endorphins and everything and dopamine hits after and stuff, it just seems all worth it then. So
what was so you went straight into a half marathon?
Yeah, so
now you do an 130-mile races.
Yeah, so I've done a 200-mile race last year. I got a 130-mile race in 2 weeks' time up in Anglesey. So I've done 3 100-mile races this year. Well, I've done a solo run, solo 100-miler. I just plotted a route one day and just went out and ran 100 miles.
That's fucking.
And then I done 2 100-mile events then after that then, so, and a couple of smaller ones in between.
So how does your body kind of hold up to it?
It don't.
It don't? You just trying to get through it?
Yeah, so it's just like, we've hit a bit of a wall, John. Like my training for this 130 has been absolutely dreadful. I've had glute issues. I've just like literally been so fatigued and I'm just so down. Like I say, my mental health sort of taken a little bit of a hit the last couple of months, and I think it's probably from probably pushing too hard. But again, it's just like I have to do it because I don't want to I'm absolutely petrified of going back to that dark place. Yeah. Even though like I still have the thoughts, I can handle the thoughts. It's when it starts getting a little bit darker is when I don't want to go down that path, to be honest.
What do you kind of know, like we was talking about earlier on with the ADHD and stuff, and like every time I can do something, you know, I achieve something and I'm excited for it, then do you know, as soon as I've done it, I don't get the feeling in like what I thought I would be feeling. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think, totally. Like you said, you kind of like get that from the ADHD. Yeah,
and that's what I've started noticing recently, which is why I took a bit of a step back from doing these sort of shorter events in between my hundreds, because I was like turning up at like 30s and 50s and 40s and stuff, and I always like to try and race those shorter ones, just to push myself to see how hard. I mean, I'm not competitive with anybody other than myself, and again, because I couldn't race them to what I thought I could race them at, Yeah, I was just like really putting a downer on me after my events and stuff then, so I was just like, right, okay, I'm just going to focus on the big ones, because it's the big races that I needed to do this year, because I'm building foundation, because in March next year I'm attempting the FKT on Wales Coastal Path, so that's from Chester to Chepstow, and it's 870 miles.
870 miles. So how do you even train for 870 miles?
Well, this is why this year was important to get these 6 sort of 100-mile races done, just to build up some good foundations, just to go through the motions, fall apart, pick yourself back up, and just like, because it's more of a mental, and just it's going to be a physical and mental battle. That's literally it. You're going to fall apart, and you've literally got to tell yourself you've got to keep going. So that's where we're at.
So what kind of routine is it when you're running a race like that? Like, how many times do you stop? How many times do you sleep?
Well, like I say, because it's a solo event, it is. So it was going to just be me on my own. So I'm hoping to get some crew together. I'm hoping to get like a motorhome, so somebody can sort of meet me at certain, because so the record is actually 19 days and 5 hours. I was going to try and beat it by hours, but I thought I'd rather try and beat it by days. So I'm gonna try and do it in 17 days.
Bye.
Which is going to be roughly around about 60 miles a day. So I need somebody sort of meeting me, just at certain halfway points and stuff.
I'll be honest, I'd offer to meet you, but I wouldn't offer to run it with you. I know that for sure.
We'll give it a go, John.
How many people that do that? There can't be many signing up for that, surely.
Yes, do you know, like I say, because it's an FKT, I think. So I think there's a guy called Alan got it at the moment. My buddy Reese had it before that. So, like I say, I'll attempt it. There may be somebody else attempt it after me. Like I say, it's do you know what I mean? Every record is beatable, you know. It's like I say, I'm just doing it just for. It's just a personal thing that I want to try and achieve.
So do you know how many roughly you'll be up against?
Oh no, it's not a race. It's a solo. So it's
I thought you meant like solo, like.
No. It's just.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's just something that I just sort of going to do, and then you submit your GPX files and stuff to the FKT, and then you pretty much get if you do it. So you obviously got to send proof off and all that stuff, like so.
And what would the proof be?
Yeah, just GPX files, and obviously daily daily records of your times and all that stuff, and so that's what we just got to get dialed in with all that stuff. Organise a team, camper vans, and all that stuff, and that's when the hardest bit is going to be, I think, because you want somebody trustworthy and somebody you can. You know is going to be there for you and stuff, because you know what I mean, it's going to be like important.
When you're racing these and your body starts getting tired, and what are you kind of thinking in their moments to pull you through? Well, I'd say a 100-mile race, at what point normally are you getting tired and your body's starting to say I've had enough?
The one I done recently, like, I went off way too quick. I wanted to try and go for a sub 24 hour, but then after checking my watch, like early on into the race, I think I was on for a sub 20 hour. So, but just cut in 4 hours like it's nothing. Like. But everything just started falling apart after that. I went off way too quick. I usually struggle with nutrition, and I just usually get like really nauseous and stuff, and then as soon as you start neglecting all that, your legs start fatiguing, and it's just hard to try and pull it all back. But
so what kind is your mindset when you're trying to pull it back? Because like I would be like, I don't need to do this, you know?
Yeah, you question.
I'm just running for the sake of it, now.
Yeah, you question a lot of stuff, and usually for me it all comes back to me suffering with my mental health, and obviously because like Jim, I always say I'd never quit, I'd never tap out ever. So to me it's just like, yeah, you just got to suck it up and just get on with it and just keep moving until you get to the other side, really. So
yeah, man.
So yeah,
I honestly couldn't think of anything worse. You know what I'm saying? If you see me running, you better run as well, because there's something big chasing me. Oh man, I hate running. I bought these running shoes the other day to train with, and I've run twice in them and they haven't been used since, so until today.
we could have run up here, look.
Yeah, no, you're right. You'd have a meet and stinging nettles and everything.
Oh yeah, we'll do that, definitely. No. We'll definitely do that.
What kind of other vitamins, what's your lifestyle like in between these races?
Oh, but I eat cake and I drink lots of coffee. but yeah, so other than that, I go to the gym 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
I go to the gym, I use a sauna. Yeah, I do a lot of cold pool stuff, and obviously at the minute now flipping water's boiling, so there's not much cold about. So I nipped over to the cryo cube the other day to go for some cryotherapy. But yeah, so I take sort of lion's mane, turmeric, magnesium, all that type of stuff really. I've started taking another one called spermidine. It's just a new one which creates a sort of I try and fast quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
So spermidine helps with autophagy and stuff to do with mitochondria and all that. So it's just it's all brain health and stuff, and so I just try and look after my brain really, because it's probably like mush.
Yeah. Do you do much do you know much about foraging and going out and picking mushrooms?
No, to be honest, I've never really sort of certain plants and stuff. I've tried in bits and pieces, but not really. I'll use stingy nettles to help with an injury, and I'll eat stingy nettles as well. I know there's those other things with the sticky balls in them. I know you can put them in bottles of water and they can help with respiratory problems and stuff. Yeah, so. But again, you've got to be careful.
Yeah, I know. I told my nan once that I was going to start foraging and stuff, and she said, mushrooms will kill you. I had your family worried.
Stay away from the magic ones.
Yeah. There's more dangerous ones out there than them, I think. Yeah, I've started, I'm working nights at the minute, innit? So I take magnesium before I sleep, and then a spoonful of manuka honey.
Oh, cool.
And I find that since I've been doing that, when I get an nap, seem to be full of energy, instead of groggy, and because nights kind of weigh you down after a bit. I've done nights for mostly for 13 years. But as I'm getting older, I feel like they're starting to drag on me a bit more. Yeah,
I've done a bit of research on creatine lately, and they say if you take creatine when you're tired, it can help with fatigue and stuff as well. So possibly try some of that as well.
Yeah, we also done a test, hair follicle test, and send it off, and it come back saying that I was low in creatine. So I bought creatine now, and I think you've got to be careful what you buy, because there's a lot out there that's just mush, and it's just a load of nonsense. But I got creatine in the house, so I need to start taking that again.
Yeah, just start off with 5 grams, and then sort of every couple of days I'll try and have 20 grams for 3 days, and then back to 5, and then I'll a couple of days on 5s, and then go back up to 20s and stuff. So it's just that's what we keep trying to do anyway.
Yeah, man. So you started your own podcast lately as well. Is this the type of stuff that you'll be talking to people about?
So like I say, my podcast is called Mind Over Miles. So it's it's just talking about how the impact on movement helps with mental health, because I think there's a powerful connection between movement and mental health. And again, you know yourself, you can go to the gym and come out feeling absolutely on top of the world, and then you have a dip the following day and feel like crap, go back to the gym, and then you're back on top of the world again. So I think there's just so much to talk about when you there's loads of athletes and people I know that use obviously physical movement for their mental health and coping mechanisms and stuff. So like say it works for me, and I know like a lot of ultra runners do the distances they do because they suffer with mental health problems. So yeah, I just want to try and sort of have people talking about how powerful it is for them to do what they do, to impact their mental health.
You've had a couple of guests, 2 guests so
Yeah, I've
far?
had 2 so far, yeah. So
How do you feel like when you've, when you finished up? How do you feel like, when you listen back to it and post it?
Yeah, well, the first one I had a boy called Aaron on, and he's doing a walk up Penavan, and like he's training he's doing loads of training, walking around Aberdare Park and stuff, and to be honest, it's sort of, like when I was sitting there, like, I'm sitting next to him talking about like him walking a Penavan, whereas like it's stuff that we all take for granted. Like, like say I could say to you, let's go up Penavan for a walk now, and we just go up, but he's training to walk up Penavan, and again, because he had suffered a stroke like a year after me, so he suffered in 2021, and it just puts things into perspective of how lucky I am to be, to have more mobility and to be able to run these runs and do the things I do, which is like I'm grateful for every day, which is why I struggle to understand why I get these suicidal thoughts as well. So yeah, the other guy I had on them was William Jones, and like say William, he's a 6-time UK strongman. He's six in UK strongman, and like he started boxing at the gym when he was young and stuff, and I've just seen his journey, and I just think it's incredible what these boys are achieving and stuff, and because they've all gone down these wrong roads and these little paths, and they're starting to pull it all back together. I think it's incredible.
It's the way the human race is built. We kind of always been built to pull straight back, really, haven't we?
Yeah, of course.
No matter what, we're very resilient human beings.
But we got choices every day as well, haven't we?
Of course, yeah. I think we're coming up by that, anyway.
I think we've got to go down there now.
Down by that, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. I'll knock you guys off for a second, and we're going to go down to have a nice little dip. See it? So me and Carl just done a nice little cold dip. Carl didn't really think that it was very cold, but I begged the dipper. It was alright, don't it?
Yeah,
it wasn't too
nice.
cold.
It was nice.
We if we do it in the winter, it's a whole different story, innit? So we just
Sorry, bud.
gonna have a nice walk back down now and have a little chat. Carl wants us to eat some stingy nettles. And so what we was talking about just now is our kids, Carl.
Yeah.
And how much does that boost your life when you got your kids?
So my oldest boy's 21, my middle boy's 10, my daughter's 3, and my youngest one's 1. If I'm honest, John, I probably don't have as much time with them as I should, because me and their mum are not together and stuff. So it just makes things a little bit sort of difficult. But and I think that's why I sort of feel guilty for being the way I am sometimes, like, because I have to run and I have to do these things for my mental health, but I know I have to do them so I can be a better version of myself, to hopefully be that sort of that better father. Like, I love them, and I always think of spending time with them and doing certain things, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So that's why I just keep on working on myself all the time and trying to be the better version of myself, so I don't go back to dark places, really. So
yeah, man. So you said your oldest is 21, is it?
Yeah.
21. Into fitness like you?
So he was 18, I think I'm sure he was 18 when he started doing his strongman stuff, and he was vegan as well. So yeah, that was awesome to watch him doing strongman competitions at 18 years of age, and yeah, competing with older men and stuff. But yeah, he's into his bodybuilding and stuff now as well. So he did do an ultra marathon with me before. Yeah, we used to do a lot of running together, but yeah, he's just into cars and stuff, and into his gym and that as well now. So
did he what was the ultra marathon that he ran?
Yeah, so it was a loop event, and he turned up one day, and I think I come first in the event, and I think he came fifth. But I remember we were doing so, because it was a loop event, like I was running back out and he was coming in, and I just looked at him on the one loop, and I said to him, "Are you okay?" He just looked at me with the darkest of eyes, just in that zone, and it was just like, it was just thought that was just so funny, because he hit that wall.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just like, his eyes just turned, but it was really funny, and I think he actually jumped in the canal that day as well to try and cool off. And somebody asked him what he was doing in the canal and if he was okay, and yeah, it was just funny, like just good memories, like.
It is. The water is refreshing. Like, I do feel refreshed now after that.
Oh, I just love it.
My skin and everything feels refreshed.
Yeah, it's wicked.
But yeah, like going in there now and realising I used to jump in there when I was a kid, I kind of realise
how dangerous it was.
How dangerous it is, and the more you get older, the more sort of wiser you get, and like, because we used to jump off the top rock, and unless it was deeper when I was younger, I don't know, but this it makes you realise that the older you get, the more switched on you get to dangers, and
yeah, some of those rocks quite sharp up there, man.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't want to land on one of them.
So stingies, but
yeah, we'll find them now, John.
I don't want one of the dogs being peeing on it. I want one that's quite high up.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, tall ones.
So what? So you kind of found God as well, Carl. You were talking about.
Yeah, so I think after my brain injury and stuff, I used to listen to, because I couldn't watch screens and stuff. I used to sit down and I just used to listen to like motivational speakers, like obviously David Goggins and all that stuff. I think that's where all the running stuff came from as well. And I remember like something come on one day, and it said, God never promised smooth sailing, but he did promise you'll reach the other side. And yeah, it just hit hard, and I just think from then I just carried on listening to sort of sermons and American preachers and stuff, and it's just something that's just stuck with me since. And yeah, I started going to church. I go to Bible studies. I read the Bible, and yeah, it's a big part of my life now. And yeah, I think it's changed me for the better. Like the fact that I have a faith gives me a purpose as well. So yes, something special.
When you kind of when you go through the Bible and stuff, how do you sort of direct yourself through that? Do you pick like random pages, or do you read it from front to back?
No, and again, I don't know if this is my part of an ADHD thing or what, but yeah, I can't skip a page, so, so I've got to start from from beginning to end. I can't just like randomly pick a page. So it's just I don't. To be honest, like I've fallen off it a little bit, like because again, like. And I think this is what I said to you. I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing. Like there's some days I can read things, and there's other days I can't. Yeah. So it's just like, but on the days that I can't, I will like listen to sermons on YouTube and stuff like that. So I always try and sort of daily listen to stuff really. So.
What do you sort of listen to it on YouTube, is it?
Yeah, I just listen to it when I'm just lying down on a bed, going to bed in the night. I listen to it in the morning. like I pray every day, pray every night, I pray every day. I always pray for my kids as well, because I heard something before and it said the biggest gift you can give your children is to pray for them every day. So yeah, so I just do that for them as well. So it's just so yeah, it's a massive part of my life now, to be honest.
What do you find you kind of feel after a prayer? Do you feel it inside?
Yeah, I usually get like sort of I just get goosebumps and stuff, and just feel as if just don't feel alone. It's like it's a nice, it's comforting feeling, and that's and yeah, I get a lot from it. Like I can tell a lot of people about it and they don't really understand, but when you tell a lot of Christian people about it, they sort of get it as well. So it's just, yeah, it's like I say, it's just special to me, and like I say, I won't stop doing it because yeah, it just adds purpose to my life and just makes me a better person, I think. So like I said, I don't think it'll make me a perfect person, because the reason why I'm a Christian is because I'm imperfect.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you kind of believe that the path you've been down now with the stroke and everything else that you've had to go through, the pain, do you feel like it's a path that you was meant to be on?
Oh, 100%. I think because the person that I was before, I think the person I was before would just literally, like, I probably would have I just want a nice person, and like the people I associate with now wouldn't have liked who I was before. And I just think it's like, completely. And like I say, I wouldn't be doing the running and all that stuff because I wasn't a very sort of motivated or physically active person and stuff. So yeah, it's like it's had a mega impact on my life, to be fair.
When you said when you was a kid, were you quite chubby, was you?
Yeah.
So you didn't get much, like, did you go out much and on your bikes and?
Well, yeah, I was always out, like, I mean, I was always out on like BMXs and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wasn't physically sort of, like, if I was like playing football, I was always the one on the sub bench. But then when I started playing rugby, then I was always the one in the front row. So it was, but yeah, it was just, but again, I was never really sort of bullied in a way, but I was always called fat and stuff like that, you know, which still it's still a form of bullying, but it's still something that never sat right, really.
Yeah.
But
I bet everyone who called you fat back then is fat now, and you were in the shape of your life.
No, we just keep chipping away, but that's all.
Man. It's warm now, isn't it?
I know, I'm looking for stingies as well.
Yeah. Don't get away.
I just want to see you eat one.
So how do you kind of pick them, man?
Yeah, I'll show you when we see it. We'll find some now.
What was you like the first time you had the stingy nettle?
It's mad because I done like so after my 200-mile race, I had like a bad knee.
Yeah.
So I was listening to like mad stuff, and somebody said if you sting yourself with stingy nettles, it like increases blood flow to the area and that. So I thought, let's try it, and I recorded it and put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think I had like 6 million views.
Did you?
Yeah. So I had like 6 million views on it and stuff like that. So I just, so that was.
Does it work, or?
Yeah,
it does.
A couple of people messaged me and they were doing it and stuff as well. So it was like, it's supposed to be really good because apparently it sends signals to the brain to say there's a problem. I think it kind of acts like a KT tip. So KT tip pulls on the skin and sends a signal to the brain to say there's a problem, which sends blood to that area and stuff. And it's very, very similar. But,
just things that people have known for generations and generations, isn't it? Which, like we said earlier on, the pharmaceutical companies, they ain't getting any money from stingy nettles or dandelions, or.
Which is why they sell weed killer.
Yeah, probably is.
What's a couple of nettles there, John?
Yeah, one.
Oh, they look manky, no?
Which ones are they?
This one looks alright. So yeah, so what you usually do is pick it from underneath.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the sting is on top, John, right?
Yeah.
So if you fold it over like that, so fold it up there into like a little parcel, and then you just
just like that. Well, it don't taste nice, does it?
yeah,
Does it?
yeah, probably be the nicest leaf you've ever tasted. But
So does this one?
yeah, so from the top, the sting is underneath.
Go on, fold it for me, I'll eat there.
So if you just fold it over and just put that in between your teeth now, and then
Too bad. It just tastes like leaf to me. But so what's the benefit to that?
full of iron.
Oh, it does actually taste quite nice when
Yeah.
it doesn't it?
Yeah, full of iron. I think is vitamin A, and there's all. So the iron is the best bit of it, apparently.
So how many would you eat in one sit then?
So like the seeds on the female stinging nettle are supposed to be the most potent in iron,
Yeah.
but I didn't realise that you can sting yourself off the seeds. So I actually ate a load of seeds the other day and I stung my tongue. But yeah, and I've like wrapped them up. So I wrapped some nettles up in some mint leaves the other week as well, and just ate them with some mint leaves. That was nice.
Mint is alright, isn't it?
Yeah. But so yeah, no, I try and do it regular. So just trying, because I think I suffer with a bit of iron deficiency at times. So
Yeah.
we just try and. But again, they taste nice. Like it's probably. Like I've eaten kale and stuff like that, spinach and stuff, and I think the nettle tastes nice.
Yeah. Well, when it went in my mouth, it just tastes like leaf. But then, kind of when I chewed it and went out, it was I had a quite nice taste on it.
Yeah.
Actually.
But yeah, it's mad.
But before we finish up, Carl, let's just give a little bit of a explanation of what charities you work with and alongside and.
Yeah, so I do a lot of, so I'm an ambassador for Let's Talk Men's Mental Health. Like all my social media and stuff is all based around mental health. My running is all based around mental health. I just try and raise awareness for mental health in general, because I just think there's just so many people out there suffering and think they need to tap out, and do you know what I mean? It just really hurts to know that somebody feels as if they have to take their own life. So that's something that really sort of sits really heavy with me. And the other one I support as well is the running shop Soulmate in Merthyr. There's a community trust they got over there, and they use the money to fund people for free counselling sessions. So I try and raise a bit of money for them to keep the pot topped up, and I've even used that service myself as well. So yeah, there's a community trust in Soulmate in Merthyr, and yeah, Let's Talk Men's Mental Health are the two that I do a lot for, to be honest, and try and do my best for. You know, it's quite hard to ask for money these days and stuff, because it's quite tight out there, but people have kindly donated in the past, and yeah, I'm always grateful.
But do you kind of know the process if anybody watching this needed some help and how they could get it?
Yeah, of course, and again, if they wanted to contact me directly on social media, and yeah, so I'm Elevate Ultra Running on Instagram, and Carl Jones on Facebook, and yeah, if anybody's struggling, they need to reach out, and yeah, just tap me up on a message, and yeah, we'll have a chat, and I'll try and direct you in the right way.
And shout out to Sean Parfitt as well, a friend of both of ours.
Yeah, sure.
And, who's been good as gold, so shout out to him as well.
Yeah, so he's the man behind Let's Talk Men's Mental Health. So yeah, Sean's a good buddy of mine, and yeah, he's been there quite a lot for me in my dark days, to be fair, and yeah, he's just a blessing, to be honest.
So Carl, thank you very much for joining me on this walk.
Hey,
And,
it's been awesome,
put the
John.
camera down now and enjoy the rest of it.
See your arms again.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you, bud.
Yeah, mate,
Been a
it's been
pleasure.
awesome, John. Thank you, bud.